uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. We've got a feeling you'll want to listen to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. for insightful, intuitive messages on WHFS. Sarah Spiritual is a spiritual advisor and transformational coach who will assist you. Join Sarah Spiritual for a powerful hour of life's questions and Spirit's answers. I've got a feeling you'll love Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, 6 to 7 p.m. Wednesday. Got the feeling? Just call 888-565-70.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Well, welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. It's a 2-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers, and you can transform your life. Right now on WHFS in Tampa and WWNN in South Florida, Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium who can assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. For the next 2 hours, listen and call in toll-free, 888-565-1470, 888-565-1470, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and share love and light.
Yes, indeed, there's a light right here on WHFS and WWNN, and a happy full moon to all of you. There's a beautiful moon out there somewhere, but here in South Florida, we don't quite have our sunny weather all of a sudden. Little interesting navigation trying to get here to the studio tonight. So I hope wherever you are, you're driving safely and with ease and grace. And if you're listening to me in your car, turn it up because we're talking about love tonight. I got a feeling that love is in the air. And it's the power of love that we're talking about. The power that love has to transform, transmute, to shift anything. Love is the conquering power that acts in and around everything we do. So we want to create with love. We want to live in the energy of love. We want to rise above everything that is just that icky feeling of not feeling good enough or worthy. We want to share the love and tell everyone how much we really love them and how we can move forward to be better people on this earth. You know, I think of that song. Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. So think, how can we put love in our hearts? And who do you want to tell in the month of love that you love them? Who do you want to say, I love you, I appreciate you, I am grateful for the energy that you share with me, the time you share with me, the mentorship, the partnership, the friendship. Who do we want to say I love you to tonight? Tonight, we're going to be talking about that. So be ready. Think about who, if you could say I love you to, would you say I love you? And when you look up into the heavens, who in the heavens on the other side, do we really want to say I love you? Last week, we wrote letters. We wrote letters of love, and we shared that energy. And I felt that it was such a powerful experience for all of us. We want to keep the love going a little bit more. The attention, the information all around us is swimming in thickness and complications and rules and regulations and everything that is mandatory. But love is a universal language that connects us all. Regardless of where we are, what side of the fence you're on, love is the energy that makes us smile. Love is the energy that helps us rise above adversity. Love is the energy that can inspire us. And love is the energy that leads us to our ultimate destiny. When you stepped into this world, wee little thing you were, what you didn't know. But think, in that energy, you had this welcoming, this arrival. And everyone was in great anticipation for the arrival of the new one. The new one who was going to pave the way, have a better life than their parents and their grandparents. But we got a little conditioned. We kind of fell into some of the same patterns of life and our family history and ways of being. But somewhere through it all, we had to learn to love ourselves. Because when our loving parents sent us out into the world ended up being a little tougher and colder. Remember the first day in kindergarten? Yay, it's so much fun to meet all the other children. But when you met the other children, did everyone greet you with, yay, I'm so happy to be your friend? When did that change for you? When did going to school suddenly mean that you weren't part of everybody's group? And things were not always as universally flowing in the energy of love as maybe grandma gave you when you were a little one baking cookies. But it's that love that transmitted from your grandmother to you, that nurtured you. That love that you received either from your father and mother or one of them. I know many people have grown up in a single family home with just one parent who perhaps at times was a little too busy to give you all the love that you want or needed. But they did the best they could, and they kept things going, and they put the food on the table and kept the roof over your head. But somewhere through that, you had to learn to be self-sufficient, independent. And you had to learn to love yourself. We have to believe in ourselves. Every one of us has had a moment of doubt, insecurity, not feeling good enough. Every one of us has been at that crossroad of, am I on the right path? Is this what I'm meant to do? Is this who I've come to be? Am I with the right person? Is this the right experience for me? Am I feeling the love back from my friends and my family? Is it there? Am I sending out more energy than I'm receiving back? Ultimately, you have to love yourself. They say you can never love another until you love you. Truly love another. We have to believe that there is an essence inside that is so magnificently divine. Last night, we had a ceremony for the full moon, a very powerful one. And we sat in the energy of the power of I am, the I am energy of who you are. I am a being of light. I am a courageous being. I am a powerful being beyond measure. And as I step forward in all that I do, love is the conquering power that supports me in everything that I do. I'm a being of love. And that love that flows through me transcends through me to you and inspires others around me. I am. We need to step into that power of I am. We need to embrace the I am force of energy that comes from the divine and say, I am a being worthy of love. I'm a being that it gives and receives love with ease and grace. That is who I am. And I have come to make a great statement in this world, in my own unique way, and the ripple effect that impacts others beyond the moments that I can see. Because through my breath of life, my breath of love, I send out into the universe, into the collective consciousness, a force of energy that will have an impact, that can influence others. You see, loving yourself, however difficult it may feel at times, is an important tool to realizing your dreams. It's an important asset, a strength that helps you propel yourself to the highest of mountains, the visions beyond where anyone else can see. Let's think of some of the great athletes. Even if they had moments that they questioned something, they had dedication and discipline, and they had to believe in the dream. And by believing in the dream, they had to believe in themselves, that they were capable of doing what they set out to do. And along the way, they had to fall more and more and more in love with who they were. Not from a selfish point of view, but from a powerful point of view. Because love can transcend fear and doubt. And loving what you do, that's why they say when you have a job, pick a job that you're going to love, because when you love helping people, healing people, being a nurse, being a doctor, being a teacher, being an artist, being a real estate agent, and helping someone find their dream home, when you do that, and you feel it in the core of your being, and you're doing it from the energy of love, it brings goodness to you and everyone around you. It's such a powerful time on this earth to be alive, in spite of some of the things that may appear a little off-putting. We look over into the other countries, we go, what's going on over there? We look into another state, we go, oh my, what's happening there? We look in our own backyard and we say, my, I got a mess to clean up. But whatever's going on around you, if you look at everything through the eyes of love, and you see that love returned in a vision, even if the circumstances don't match the vision of love you send forth, if you see love in some aspect of that, why, then you have the power. Then you have the ability to move forward. Then you can make a difference and be all that you've come to be. We welcome your phone calls right here on WHFS and on WWNN. We welcome your phone calls and your Facebook comments and your YouTube comments and questions. We're going to be answering our questions, our comments, and we're going to delve into the I love yous of the world. And if I didn't get to say this to you earlier, I love you all. I'm appreciative of all of you following the show, sharing the pages, sharing the light, and journeying with us together. 600 and maybe 23 live shows. I'm always off in my count, but I think we're at 623. And we've been doing this, it'll be 13 years in May. I cannot believe it. Behind the scenes, we're talking about what can we do to celebrate that. And 16 years at the center, at the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach, where you can browse crystals and magnificent items. Books, tarot decks, oracle decks, statues, fairies, Buddhas, incense, herbs, bracelets, galore of magnificence. And think, I love you all so much. We're going to put up the little sign for our friends on Facebook, but we have a sale. Come visit us at the Expedito Enlightenment Center this Friday and Saturday. We have a sale for all of you. It is an I Love You sale from Sarah Spiritual at the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Do you have your eye on a crystal at my center? Would you love a magnificent amethyst? How about a celestite or a black tourmaline? Are you dreaming of the most magnificent rose quartz heart? Maybe you're feeling the need to have some moonstone. After all, we have a full moon. Is there an oracle deck or two you've been dying to pick up, but you just haven't been able to scoop in and get it? We have a big sale Friday and Saturday. We hope to see you there at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, because this is our customer appreciation, the I love you, I see in you, the love all around you. And I am welcoming you into the Expedito Enlightenment Center this Friday and Saturday, February 18th and February 19th of 2022. We're going to take a brief moment to hear from our sponsors, and then we're coming to the phone lines. And we are going to answer call after call after call after call. So if you're on hold, please don't go anywhere. If you're driving down the highway, cruising down the street, and you're thinking, I'd like to meet Sarah Spiritual, come to the Expedito Enlightenment Center this weekend, or pick up the phone tonight at 888-565-1470. I'm getting ready to drill down into those lines, so stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. We will be right back.
Do you know me?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470. Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
We've got a feeling you'll want to listen to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. for insightful, intuitive messages on WHFS. Sarah Spiritual is a spiritual advisor and transformational coach who will assist you. Join Sarah Spiritual for a powerful hour of life's questions and Spirit's answers. I've got a feeling you'll love Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, 6 to 7 p.m. Wednesday. Got the feeling? Just call 888-565-1470.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Yes, indeed, I was standing in the room long before you walked in the door. I've been waiting for you, WHFS. I've been waiting for you, WWNN. It's Wednesday night again with Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And I'm so glad to be connecting with all of you. It was a little interesting start tonight. We had a little bit of crazy traffic, and I was just like, oh, Lord, get me there on time. Well, at least it wasn't like a wedding day or something. But I'll tell you, we were cruising down the highway. And so wherever you are, drive safely. Be aware. Seems like the full moon's bringing out the crazy energy. So are you going to howl at the moon later tonight? Just be sure to know it's a full moon in Leo. So instead of howling, I think you better roar. Roar like a lion. Let that energy out and just release everything that no longer serves you. We've got callers all across the United States calling in, and we have our friends on Facebook and YouTube following all across the world, actually. So we're going to go to our phone lines. I have someone who is holding on the phone lines, and I'm going to go to Naples. I have Colleen in Naples. Colleen, how are you doing tonight?
Hi, Sarah. I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, Colleen. Good to connect with you. Colleen, you're calling from Naples. How did you originally hear about the show?
My niece.
Your niece. Wonderful.
Yeah, she calls you in every chance she gets.
Well, that's wonderful. Who's your niece? Let's give her a shout out.
My niece is Angela.
Angela. Well, you tell Angela I said thank you so much. So, my darling.
I will.
Oh, we got a lot coming up here. You got a lot going on. And this year is feeling like the energy's a little topsy-turvy coming into 2022 for you, and feeling the need to push and change and get some things on a better, different track for yourself. This is the energy that I see around you. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
All right. The winds of change are upon you. What is your question for me tonight, Colleen?
My question is, I just want to know if any of my loved ones from the other side are watching over me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We can definitely connect into that energy. And as we're doing that, who here on this earth would you like to say I love you to?
All of my friends and family.
Okay.
All of them.
Female energy.
I love each and every one of them.
Female energy, other side. Other side, female energy stands above you. Maternal side of energy. Feels like mother, grandmother, but I actually almost want to place her more in the mother energy. Does this make sense to you, please?
Yes, it does.
Okay. First person steps up, and on my paper I write a mom. Yes, this is mom on the other side coming through for me, yes?
Yeah. Hi, Mom.
She most certainly sends you a big I love you. Mom makes me, she holds my hand, and she holds my hand, energetically speaking, and she holds my hand, and she makes me feel like someone had to hold her hands. Did you used to sit and hold her hand, Colleen?
Yes.
Okay. And were you there holding her hand in her passing, please? Because she's holding me with a tight grip. Were you there with her towards the end, please?
I was there with her towards the end, but not when she passed. I don't think she wanted me there.
Okay. It was when you had left and she passed in the few hours that you were gone. Is this true? Yes?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
But she's still, I hear that song, I want to hold your hand. So she's holding your hand, right? And that's the first thing she does. She reaches down from heaven. She holds my hand. And she makes me feel like that's what connected the two of you. And even though she couldn't really communicate the way she used to, because your mom seems to be pretty straightforward, vocal in what she feels. Yes, please?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
So she couldn't communicate the way she wanted to in the last days, but in that energy, holding your hand, you knew she was there, she knew you were there, and this was the powerful energy that she was able to give you in that flow, yes?
Yeah.
Well, be sure to know that she's with you and that she's grateful. She's grateful for what you did leading up to her last days. And then she's showing me, interesting. Three separate boxes. Were there three little boxes, or did she collect little trinket boxes or something, please? She's showing me three little boxes.
3 little boxes.
Okay. And in these 3 little boxes, there's little things in there. And she's also still talking about the number 3. So who's in the family, please?
Number 3?
Mm-hmm. Who's in your family?
Geez. Number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the third born, which is Kevin.
Okay.
I don't know. 3.
Okay. Who connects with you in siblings, please, honey? Who's in your sibling line?
And who connects with me?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Who are your siblings?
Sibling. I have 4 brothers and 1 sister.
4 brothers and 1 sister. Okay. So
Yeah.
3. Mom's talking to me about 3. She gives me 3 boxes, but she also holds up 3. So who is your third born? Because she's still giving me 3. So who's your third born?
That would be my brother Kevin.
Okay. She's touching the eye, Who has her eyes, please, in your family, in your lineage, your children? Who has her eyes?
I guess my brother Bobby would have had her eyes.
Okay. She's talking about her eyes. So I have to work with her here. So then I have to look at her eyes. Is something wrong with her eyes before she passed, please? Because you're talking about her eyes.
No.
Okay. Something about eyes. We're going to leave that with you, honey. Okay. We'll put it together at another time. But know that she's with you. She steps up. She wants you to know that she's still with you, holding your hand. She's still talking. Okay. So your eye, what's going on with your eye?
My eyes, I need to get an eye exam.
Okay. Well, that's funny.
Maybe that's what she's talking about. Go get your eyes checked, girl.
She's showing eyes, but she's also giving me number 3, and she talks about 3 boxes. So I need you to look and find 3 little small boxes that look like trinket boxes, almost like a jewelry box or a cigar box with something in it. There's 3 boxes. 3 boxes.
Okay.
All right. These are 3 boxes, and this is something personal to her. It's not something that would have been out in the living room. Personal to her, 3 boxes, okay?
Okay.
All right, honey.
All
Thank
right.
you so much for calling. God bless you, and know that Mom is with you. And, hey, this is your chance. You want to tell Mom I love you, say it now.
I love you, Mom.
Okay. She's with you. God bless you. Bye for now.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye. 888-565-1470. And from Naples, Florida, I'm going to go to Pamela. Pamela is in Massachusetts. Hello, Pamela. How are you doing tonight?
Hi, Sarah. I'm good. This is the first time, though, I'm a little overwhelmed calling you.
All right. Well, then let's narrow it down. First of all, Pamela, let's shift the energy. Let's focus on the energy of creation and co-creation. Let's focus on love. Who do you want to say that you love? Who do you want to say I love you to?
Oh, myself, because I'm struggling.
All right. So we're going to give you a big air hug, send you to the energy. We just absolutely, truly send you love, Pamela. And as I look at this energy, I know that we've got to break a routine. We got to get out of the box. We got to stretch, girl. We got to stretch. So what's your question for me tonight?
Well, I have 2 big things going on that we've talked about. One of them a long time ago.
Yes.
I'm trying to muster my courage for a situation where I'm feeling like the inferior party, and I don't even know why I'm feeling that way. So any guidance you can give me. I drafted an email that has to go out, and any guidance you could give me about how that draft will be received, I would truly, truly appreciate.
Is this an official draft, a legal draft, a documented draft? What is this draft?
There is an attached document in the email, yes.
And is it a summation of things, please?
Yes, it is, Sarah.
Okay. Because I see a summary, and I see that not everybody's going to agree with the summary, and your interpretation is not the same as theirs, but theirs is more defensive, and yours is more directive. Does this make sense to you?
It does.
Okay. Well, you're feeling inferior because you know they're going to rise their bullying heads and kind of push back, right, and create resistance in this. Is this true, please?
Most likely.
Yeah. Thou shalt not be afraid. Thou have the power of love. Power of love conquers everything. You come from a place of truth. You come from a place of love in this attached summary, correct?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
It was done in a, neutral way, I guess, just based in occurrences, yes.
Okay. So it's just a roadmap of a series of events that led to why we are where we are at this juncture. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then it is what it is, and you have spoken your truth. Fear not. Let truth be your shield, regardless of what is going to be received at the other end. Now, I feel like after this, there's another step we have to take. Is this also true, Pamela?
Probably. I'm not sure. This email is going to one particular person, and I'm hoping that it will be received with an open mind from a reflective evaluation perspective.
Yes, but they're going to question some things because they need clarity. And they
Okay.
need to see if they want to be on Team Pamela.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a little resistance because everyone tells a story. So where's the truth in your story? That's what your attachment has to detail to them.
Okay.
And then they go Team Pamela. I see that in the end this is favorable, but I feel like there's a little pushback initially because they have to be careful. It's almost like they have to vet what they move forward with. Does this make sense to you?
Absolutely.
Okay. So as they have to shift that and decide that, there's almost a subsequent email or conversation that happens, and then it begins to move forward. And then my guides say, game on.
Okay.
Okay. It's not the easiest of places to be, but you're in the place of feeling like a victim or inferior in an experience. And that is just the result of a negative experience that has worn you down over a period of time. And now, as you begin to find your strength and your courage, and hey, it's a full moon in Leo, roar like a lion, you're going to find the energy and the stamina to push through this. My guides tell me the clock is ticking. We need to get this moving. Is this true?
Yes, I was just going to ask you if I should send this tonight.
It's a full moon in Leo. If you're feeling comfortable, all the planets are supporting you. They're all direct right now. We have no retrograde going on, which that's a good thing. We came out of the most hairy little Mercury retrograde. So move forward in this. Move forward in this energy. Putting off only puts off the answer. And we need time to do a little back and forth conversation so that you can have the result that you want. So if you're comfortable, if you feel that your information is as accurate and detailed and objective as possible, and we're not coming from a, oh, woe is me, this is what happened. We're coming from a, this is how it occurred, and these are the sequence of events, so that they can see that, then there you go.
I believe that's how it's written, yet I'm the one that wrote it for the most part. Would you be able to give me a read on that from an unbiased spiritual perspective, that it can be sent the way it is? And then they can ask any questions.
Send it the way it is because it is your reality of truth. If we were to rescript some words to make them sound a little bit more representative of facts and not as in tune with the fact that you're a human being who experienced a series of events that were uncomfortable, yes?
You're saying it's not as in tune from an emotional standpoint?
I'm saying we don't want to come from an objective point of view solely, right? We want to be in tune with an emotional perspective a bit. If we were to rewrite it, maybe someone would say, oh, let's make it sound a little more like this. Well, we need to put it on the plate of who you are and what you experience. And they need to know what it felt like to be you. And if we use these proper words that if I handed it to someone to rewrite, it would reflect, it's too much structure.
And it does, and I know that, but I'm kind of, I'm struggling. I can't say too much.
I understand that, but we have to put the truth of the emotion without playing the victim.
Correct.
So as you read it, we have the truth of the activities and the events, and not too much emotion where we play the victim, but enough that they get to realize what it felt like to be you in the place that you were, in the circumstance and the storyline that was unfolding, Pamela. Then we have a winner, so to speak.
Well, I hope that that's in there because I don't really have any way to change it at this point.
Okay. And why is that?
Technology, timing, and collaboration, if you can read between the lines and that sort of thing.
Okay. Then you spoke your truth, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you this, and I say this to anyone who needs to be seen and heard. When you speak your truth, however objective, factual, and even almost surfacely detailed, as opposed to everything you're feeling. We don't need to pour our guts out and vomit it out. We need to just convey a series of events and how it felt, but you have to send it and present it in an energy of love, self-love first, and the ability to stand in your own truth because you love yourself and you feel that love creates a fair environment, and you were not in a fair environment.
Mm-hmm.
True?
True.
Okay. Then we are complete for this moment, Pamela.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Keep us posted.
Will do. I'm so grateful for you.
Thank you. God bless you. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye. 888-565-1470 from Naples. Now we're going to go to Fort Lauderdale. We're in Massachusetts. Now I go to Fort Lauderdale, and I've got PJ on the line. PJ, how are you tonight?
Great, Sarah. Great hearing you, and love how you see things.
Thank you. I'm so glad to connect with you at this time, my dear. And truly, I see this powerful energy of light around you as the divine being that you have come to be. And this is a creative recognition year for you. This is a year for you to really expand your gifts and your ability to connect and be creative in how you present your work and how you interact and connect with others. Does this make sense to you?
Yes.
What is your question for me tonight, PJ?
My question's pretty kind of open, so just basically whatever your vibe picking up, as far as any special messages that I might need to hear.
Okay, wonderful. So we're going to open up the energy, and the first thing they show me here is this is a good time in your life to be you and your true authentic self, and you're absolutely loving your authenticity, yes?
Correct.
We are not playing any games with people anymore. We are done. We have been the warrior. We have been the caretaker, and now we need to step in our own goddess energy. We need to step into the feminine energy. And they bring into the feminine energy the energy of love. Interesting, we're in the month of love. Love-uary, as Hallmark will call it. But here we are in the energy of love. And they talk to me about divine partnership, divine love coming for you. That there's connection that leads to primary partnership. This is something that comes. Also, I'm made aware of a man who stands above you in the father position. I'm made aware that this is your father. I know your father has passed. Father steps forward for you, showing you that he is with you in support and in gratitude for the warrior spirit that you have been as you fought for others, animals, people. And I also feel like there's a birthday anniversary that comes up connected with someone on the other side who passed. Does this make sense to you?
Birthday anniversary.
Birthday coming.
Well, I'll think about it later because it's not coming to me now.
Okay.
Oh, July. No, July.
Yeah, July's July. No, this is like February, March. Right in this window here, there's something significant, birthday anniversary, something connected to someone. Connected
in March, my father birthed back to the universe.
That's his passing anniversary. So thank you for that. Okay, so makes me aware of a birthday, his birthday here, or his anniversary, the anniversary of passing. That is on the other side. So Dad is verifying that for us. So Dad is with you. PJ, keep up the work that you do, and know that this is going to lead to the word they give me is connections. If you have a vision of something that you'd like to do for the world, something that would be of service to animals, and preferably animals over mankind, but animals and mankind, I believe that there's an opportunity for you. You know, life brings in our path people who have connections. And I feel like someone may be open or have a vision of something that's in alignment with how you see things and may actually provide a cultivating experience so that you can birth something you've always wanted to do for animals. So trust that the universe, in a moment of fate, will bring forth before you, in the guise of what you do on a regular basis, someone who has common thoughts, common beliefs, and is open to creating something because they've thought about it, but they don't really have a steward to run the show for them. and you would be the steward of it all, which would also take you out of the steps of where you've been in the cycle that you've been in, gratefully in, using your gifts and your talents. But now there's something greater and more in your soul. And to do this for animals and humanity and to have a partner with you in love during this wonderful time would make it a just perfect experience. Yes?
Yeah, definitely.
So hold that vision, PJ, because that is how we see it unfolding in the times to come. And next year brings so much networking and connections. And when I move you into the 2023 time, into 2024, I also feel strong financial, solid foundation and growth for you. So we are on upward movement and a true expression of your divine self. So bravo, you are on the path.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. All right.
Have a great night.
All right. Oh, and PJ, before you go, who do you want to say I love you to?
I want to say I love you to all those that feel hopeless.
Thank you for saying that. I'm sure they receive that. Thank you, PJ. Bye for now.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. And from Fort Lauderdale, we're going to go to New York. I've got Rachel on the line. Rachel, how are you tonight?
Hey, Sarah. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, Rachel. Good to connect with you. So before I forget, who do you want to say I love you to?
I know I've been thinking about that. I have so much love for my support system right now.
Yes.
I just recently came back home and everybody's been really good and I'm just so happy to have them. But love to everybody.
All right.
Especially
Love
them.
everybody. Wonderful, Rachel. So, my darling, doors close, endings are beginnings. We're kind of shifting our energy, our concentration. The universe is recalculating the route for you. And you're on this path of a new beginning. But first, we've got to be done with some things, relieving ourselves of obligations and things that weigh us down. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
It is time for shift and change. And we recently moved, please?
Yeah.
Okay. We moved from where to where?
Just a different part of New York. I moved from my boyfriend's house back to my mom's house.
Okay. And we closed out a chapter of something in the relationship world, please?
Yeah.
Endings are beginnings, okay?
Yeah.
So what is your question for me tonight?
Well, that's actually why I'm calling about the guy that I was recently seeing.
Okay.
I just feel like I had to leave so that he can discover certain things within himself and get the help that he needs. But I would like to know if at some point we do rekindle this and come back as better versions of ourselves and make it work somehow, or are we just completely done?
Love will lead you back. Someday I just know that love will lead you back to my arms. Okay, so that is something that he's going through, a major metamorphosis, a lot of unhealthy behavior. As I sing the song for you, I see us standing there and you holding the vision of this happening. And I also see that he has to get strong. This makes sense to you, yes? He needs to find some strength here, a little imbalance within him. What is his birthday?
It's 6/13/81.
He also has to rebirth something for his financial and work career right now, please?
Yeah.
Okay, that is hectic here. So he has to shift that, but I also see unhealthy behavior. Is he seeking counsel in this, please?
Yes.
Okay. It's a battle for him, yes?
Yep.
He's going to need the eye of the tiger. You're going to have to rise
You
up
are.
over it, okay?
You are on the money.
But he is strong. He is strong. But I'm going to take you back. I have to take you back to the energy of, I don't know what you know about his life in the year of 2015, but this was a difficult time for him, and it was the beginning of the downfall for him. Are you aware of this?
I don't know what year it was, but yeah, I'm aware of a big downfall for him.
Okay. And that is about 7-8 years ago, according to my guides, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
And, But he can pull himself through. It's going to take some heavy work, but having him realize that you are worth it, that he has to make that decision because he doesn't feel he's worth it. It's not about you. It's about him. Completely about him. This relationship is in a holding pattern. Endings are beginnings. Do we begin again together or do we begin separately? That is the question mark in the heavens. So for this moment, you're going to have to let this be, Rachel, and just know that you will know more by the month of July of 2022. Until then, thou shalt not be overly compensating and overly supportive. He needs to walk this path strong and hard his own way. Right? Even like think of Rocky Balboa when he went to Russia and he was lifting in the snow, right? And he was carrying heavy things. He did it on his own. Nobody could be there with him.
Yeah.
That's where your guy is.
Okay.
The eye of the tiger, honey, the eye of the tiger.
I get it.
Okay. But you hold the love for yourself and every day before you go to bed. Send him love, send him strength. Ask the angel, Archangel Michael, to be with him, Raphael, to heal him, and always send him love and let him do the work. You'll be fine.
Thank you, Sarah. You're amazing.
Thank you, honey. God bless you, and thank you for calling. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
888-565-1470. We sure hope you continue to listen. For the second hour of the show, WHFS, pop on over to WWNN. You can hear us on the iHeartRadio app, or heck, go to Sarah Spiritual on Facebook or YouTube. Visit my Sarah Spiritual website, sarahspiritual.com, and see the products and the sessions that I offer. And thank you, everyone who showed up for our full moon ceremony last night. We've got some great classes coming up. We'll be talking about that in our second hour. And, of course, answering your calls. From New York, I see us going to Georgia, Orlando, New Jersey, Oregon. We're all across the globe, everyone. So stay with us. Facebook, don't go away. We're getting to your questions when we are going to be back. Thanks, WHFS. We'll catch you next week from 6 to 7 p.m. Bye for now.
There's a light that brightens up my day.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Phone lines are open at 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Listen to WWNN everywhere. On Alexa, at WW.
Do you believe in love? kind that stands the test of time, the kind that opens up your mind and makes you realize who you are. You are. Do you believe that love conquers all? Are you ready for love? Do you believe in love can move a mountain, love can heal a heart, love can make it happen no matter what it is. Do you believe? Do you believe in love? Do you believe? Do you believe in if you knew how I feel, would you be gone now? If you knew what life was like, would you have walked out the door? I wonder now. Would you have left me crying? Would you have left me there so you could go on your way without looking back to see if I was okay?
Ones, your spirit guides and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Welcome back to the second hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions and to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. We have another hour to listen and call in. 888-565-1470. 888-565-1470. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube. And you can share the love and light.
Enough to open everyone. Are you open? It's a full moon by the light of the moon, my darlings. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. And we are answering questions at 888-565-1470. And I've got some stuff going on here. I got Connecticut, I got Oregon, I got Orlando, I got New Jersey. We got everybody. If you want to join, just pick up the phone. Put me on speed dial. Sometimes the phone lines are busy. My friends on the phone, before we pop off for you and answer some more questions, I have to visit my friends on Facebook. We got some stories going on. And we want to talk to you about those on the other side, those connecting to you. And we want to know, who do you love? So on Facebook, please share the love in the YouTube feed and the Facebook feed. I want you to put, I say I love you too. Who are you saying I love you to? I need to know. You want me to answer your questions? I need to know, who do you love? Who do you love? Who do you love? We've got Denise Kennedy. Denise Kennedy, she's got this really intense question. So when she was young, she lost her dad. And she talks about her dad not really getting to see much of her growing up. And so here she is in this energy as an adult woman. And she's 22. And so now she's wondering, as she's moving into this adulthood, does Dad know where she is? So let me answer that question for you, my honey. So first thing I'm made aware of in the energy is Father's energy sends you much love, but Father's energy also makes me feel as if part of you was almost too young to really understand and know everything that happened. But he makes me feel he left unexpectedly, too young before his time, and in his passing, you didn't get to know all the details in the passing. It was too much for you as a little one. But you talk to him every day because I'm made aware of the communications that you made through him. And he makes me aware that he is very much sending you love, and he's very proud of the woman that you've become and all the great things that you're going to do. He also is making me aware of something heart-shaped that you may have representing him, or that is his, or a gift that he gave you. So he's giving me the heart, and I know it could mean he's in your heart, but I'm actually feeling a physical object in the shape of a heart. So this is something that I see around you, my darling, so you might want to check and see. Maybe there's a gift, something, a trinket, something when you were a little younger. I know you were very young. You may not remember. You may need to check with some family members, but Dad is very much with you. He sends you much love from the other side, and whenever you need him, you can feel his energy in nature. Just notice how nature responds to you and know that he is going to be with you. Denise, we are sorry that you lost him so young, but he is with you, and know that you're never alone. We're going to take our next question on Facebook and YouTube. Let's see who we have here. We've got Melanie Long. On my healing, which direction should I go? Well, Melanie Long, many different types of healing. So the question here remains that when we look at this energy, and I look at where you are in the juncture of your life, I look at this vibe of healing that connects you into emotional healing and physical healing, but a lot of your physical healing seems like a lot of energetic stagnation. I feel inflammation. I feel lack of rest, almost as if we need to shift something in our diet and ask for some assistance from the medical community, because I don't feel like the energy is flowing in the physical body in a way that you're able to move about and feel as free and young as you would like to feel. And I know that age is not necessarily a big factor here. We've got many more years, but I'm feeling this inflammation, almost I don't want to call it an autoimmune. I'm not a doctor, cannot diagnose, but I just feel like there's something just almost like wearing away on your body. So we need to make some changes in the diet. I actually want to recommend that you pick up the book Cleanse to Heal by the Medical Medium, and you look up some of the symptoms and things that you're experiencing and begin to take in the juices and things that are going to assist you for your healing. Thank you, Melanie Long. Move forward, check in with doctors, but let's take a look at the holistic energy and look at the emotional energies that are creating these blockages. I'm feeling like you personally feel stuck and that you're holding on to some hurt, and forgiveness needs to be done and some resentment needs to be healed. Bye for now, Melanie Long. Who else do we have here on our Facebook feed? We've got Amy Valentine. And she says, my question to Spirit is if I'm on my true intended path. Your true intended path is unfolding. Are you on your true intended path yet? No, you're not. Not yet. You've put your foot upon the path that's going to lead, and there'll be a fork in this energy that up levels where you are. You are truly gifted, and you are most certainly meant to assist others and be of service. But there's an up leveling of connections with people and an up leveling of your skill sets and your role in this path of greatness. So as I look at where you are at this moment, and I look at that energy, this year is a year to build some financial foundation, accumulate money. And next year, you really step into your soul's path. So everything you're doing now is getting you ready for 2023, which is the soul recognition of who you've come to be. So allow your vision to kind of dream with it. And you'll see you'll grow tremendously in this 2022. Thank you, Amy Valentine, for your Facebook question. We thank everyone on Facebook and YouTube, and we definitely want you to be sharing the love, so be sure to say, I love you, in your Facebook and your YouTube feed here on Sarah Spiritual. We're going to go back to the phone lines. I've got to go to Terry, and Terry is in Oregon. Terry, how are you tonight?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Good to connect with you again. And this is an energy for you. I've got to clear the slate. I got to move you forward. I think you're really ready for some positive changes in your life this year, Terry, right? Things seem a little heavy and complicated.
Yes, and a person I live with, I want out. I'm stuck, and I've been really depressed about it. I don't know what to do.
Well,
because where I live, there's hardly any places to rent. But I'm keeping the faith. I'm trying.
Absolutely. What is that person's birthday?
April 7th.
Okay.
69.
Okay. So this year into next year is a year of big changes for them. But I also feel, is there some health concern going on with them as well?
With him?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Not that I know of.
Okay. I feel like the health is going to be a bit of an issue for them this year. So if you're not aware of a health concern, I see a health concern. So I know that they're going to have to work on that. And I actually feel as if you're feeling trapped because you're feeling like you're being bullied. Is that true?
Yes, that is true.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
That is. So you're not crazy. You're not crazy. You are experiencing a twist of storylines that is making you feel off-centered. And you're like, wait a minute. No, hold on. Wait. What is that story? And you know what they call that? Again, I'm not a doctor, can't diagnose, but the term you want to look up is gaslighting. So there's a little bit of gaslighting going on, like telling you the way it happened. And you're like, wait a minute, I was standing right there. That's not what happened. And so you're feeling as if they're cornering you and making you responsible for their story and their problems and what they need you to do. And you're not able to do what you need to do for yourself. And you're feeling very trapped and out of loyalty and obligation, because I feel like they were of some benefit to you at one time. And the two of you had something moving forward. And then all of a sudden they kind of flipped the script on you. And this was very off-putting to you. And you thought like, oh my goodness, wait a minute, what happened? And so now you're caught up in a cycle that you feel like, oh my God, is this what the rest of my life is going to be? No, it's not going to be that way.
Yes.
It's not going to be that way. It's just a moment. It's a moment in time that's uncomfortable. And for anyone who's in a situation, a circumstance, or a story that is not bringing you joy and harmony, I tell you this, it will shift and change. You have to spend the time visualizing what you want. And if they are not able to leave, then life is going to change the story so that they have to leave, because if it's in your highest good, something will shift for that. And you have to just hold the vision for that. But I almost feel like they know you want them to leave, and they're kind of resisting it just to spite you. Is that true?
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
That's true.
All right. So eventually it will happen.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarah.
The place that you're in, is it with your name or their name, or how is it set up?
Well, at first he was my roommate. Then I tried to be, his girlfriend. And then after 2 months, and I've been here 9 months now, no, I wasn't having it.
Okay.
So we're just roommates. And he's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. He drinks a lot.
I see that energy. Yeah, I understand. So when I look at this energy, is it a rental that you're in?
Yes.
Okay.
I rent a house. I rent a room out of a house, his house.
Okay. So now we will manifest something better for ourselves. Okay? I just want you to just trust that's going to happen for you.
Thank you, Sarah.
You don't have to be a prisoner in that. You're welcome.
Thank you. And can I ask one more question?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a animal spirit that's trying to get a hold of me?
Mm-hmm. Well, you're very much in tune with the animals, so there's a lot of animal spirits trying to get a hold of you here.
Cat.
Let me tell you all the energy that's around you. So one of your animal guides, you actually have a owl that's around you. Owl energy. And the owl sends the energy of protection and keeping you safe, and almost as if it's a warning bell for you, because it sees through the darkness beyond what you can see. Okay, so that's actually one of your animal totems that's been with you since you were young. Also, that's connected to a guide that's an Indian spirit guide as well, okay? When I move into the energy of your animals that are showing up for you, I see a rabbit. I see something that looks like a wild... I don't really know. Oh, like a wild. Do you have wildcats where you are?
No, actually, yes, I do. I'm sorry. Yes, and probably about a mile from here. Yes.
Okay. So, have we seen any feral cats or wild cats that look like little cougars or something? What is that?
No.
Those are.
There is that though, about a mile from here. Yes.
Okay. Those are animals that are connected to as well. And what is showing up for you that you're noticing?
My cat, Murphy, that died 6-7 years ago.
Oh, you're not talking spirit guide animals. You're talking spirits. Oh, well.
Yes. I know he's still with me, because I can feel, I just know it's him. I feel him when I'm sleeping, and I can feel my feet, and there's nothing there. Yeah. I just know he's still with me.
The energy, the impression is with you in the energy. There's a blueprint in the energy around you, and that's what you're feeling, the energetic blueprint of his presence. And he left that essence with you, all right? And You should even sometimes hear him off in the distance. Think you hear a meow or something.
I do.
That is that energy, okay? But that's in the energy. That's in the energy around you, connected to you, and that's a connection, even though the spirit itself has moved on. All right, Terry.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much, Sarah. God
You're
bless
welcome.
you. You're so awesome. Thank you.
And Terry, who do you want to say I love you to?
My grandparents, Flora and Dawn.
Okay. And they on the other side will say they love you back, yes?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye for now.
Thank you.
888.
God bless you.
God bless you. Bye for now. 888-565-1470. And from Oregon and all our spirit animals, we're going to go to Orlando. I've got Laura on the line, and I don't know, I got a feeling Laura's going through some shifts and some changes, and she's trying to get herself on a strong path of success. Is that true, Laura?
Yes, Sarah. I am big on stressing about the future. So,
yes. You are so focused on being perfect and feeling secure and making sure you cross your T's and dot your I's. Girl, do not rob yourself of your joy, because you're really too much in your head right now. And if I were to tell you that this time is a time of making a major shift, some movement in work career environment, this is something that comes this year. There's a shift that moves you to another level, a different energy, a hierarchy for your wonderful career. What is your question?
my question, I have 4. I recently had my car robbed into. I know I called you not too long ago about bad luck, and I know we don't like to use that word.
Right, but we understand.
Yeah, they took, and, you know, my son's father passed away, whatever, and it's just like every little thing of him that I have is just gone. I had, like, little baby sneakers he gave my son, gone. Like, it's just, like, so confusing as to what is, like, going on in my life. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on, and it's so frustrating. And, like, I was feeling better about everything that's happened to me, you know, this past weekend, and it went really bad. And then now this happens, and it tore me to pieces, to the point where I became the FBI trying to figure out who did this and what happened.
So where,
you know,
where were the baby sneakers? In your car or in your house?
In my car, hanging in the rearview mirror, and they were all red. And in the baby shower, I remember, either he gave them or he received them, and he was so happy. Like, that was his favorite gift that he gave him or he received. And so, you know, I waited for so long. I never had my finances decent, at least to have a decent car. So I always kept them on the side. When I have a nice car, I'm going to do it. And then they were gone yesterday, and I'm just torn to pieces. You know, materialistic things, I don't care. Take whatever. Take an expensive, I don't care, but it's just that cannot be replaced.
I understand, but I'm going to share. I'm going to share something with you here. So this that we think is a break into the car, I almost feel like it's somebody who is very much aware of you, who's been kind of in your vicinity watching, and I feel like hold on, take a breath, little one.
I can't. Okay.
And I feel like the person knows who you are. And I almost feel like that was taken because on some level, whether they knew you deeply personally or just in passing, I believe they took that because they knew on some level that was important to you, even if they didn't know the story. And that was something that was a very strong energy of maliciousness.
Yeah. I mean, 100%. I was, you know, I'm pretty sure it's something that's going around too, like, you know, with other people. And
it is true.
At this point, I'm trying to get down to it at this point because it's not fair. It's not cool. Who knows what else is going on? Whatever. You know, and that has torn me also. It's just like I was feeling better, and then this, like, completely, like, really destroyed me.
Okay, but I need you to breathe because we have to put this in a better perspective for you, if we may, and also for everyone listening. All right, because yes, there have been a lot of break-ins, a lot of just A lot of injustice is going on.
Yes.
But those sneakers represent a connection. That is a physical reminder, but it does not sever nor break the connection between your son, his father who has passed, and you. No one can ever break that circle.
Yeah.
And the more power you give to the loss of the sneakers, the more you shake the energy in the circle between you, the circle of love.
Mm-hmm.
So let it go. The universe is going to do something special back. You're closing out this energy of some negative vibes that we talked about.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like this has been built in the momentum. It's like a stone rolling down the hill. It's built up so much momentum, sometimes we just can't run in front of it and stop it. It's a boulder coming down the hill. And it's built up so much momentum that it would actually run us over. So we have to just let it roll down the rest of the way and hit the ground. And as it hits this ground, then we can move ourselves in the energy of
and that's something I give myself. I've been through stuff worse, but it's just a sentimental value thing, you know. I'm sure I will pass it. It's not the end of the world. It feels like it, but you know, I know I can keep pushing, but at the same time it's like and this is a horrible mindset, but it's like
what else is going to happen? I understand. Nothing. I am protected by the light of God. The power of God goes before me. Archangel Michael stands next to me. We have to hold this vision, okay? And we have to shift. You're doing it all on your own, and everything is falling on you, and you're feeling like everything underneath you is crumbling, and you don't feel like you can stand up. But this is when we find that our life takes a turn, that we find out we are stronger and better than ever before. And when I look at where you are in the journey of life, this is a year that closes out a really powerful 4 years of difficulties, okay? Just 4 years that have been really hard for you. Yeah. And we're closing that out. So it is coming to a close. This is the final hurrah of a push of how much else can happen. And then you pass through this into your birthday time, and then things move forward in a new direction. So you can do anything more for a few more months. Okay.
Yes, that's why I'm not stopping. I have a feeling, you know, there's storm before rainbow. Yes, I understand.
It'll come. And I'm not really talking about, oh, this is how I think it'll be and I'll hope. It is actually the energy and the momentum of where you are in the cycle of life, and you're just pushing through. A lot of people go through, at your age, certain things that kind of force us to go into adulthood, force us to wake up, force us to be of a different mindset, force us to put on our strength and our shields and our courage. And that's where you are in the cycle of your life. And then we've had some mishaps in life that have hit really close to home in your heart. And that's why you're feeling so shaken.
Yes.
Okay. This is all going to be all right. All right. As long as you're healthy and your son's healthy. I cannot answer 4 questions at this time. So what is the next most important statement or question you have so we can wrap this up for you?
Most important one is I have, you know, the only family that I have is my mom and my sister. And we have been to a point where arguing has gotten across the line.
Yes.
So I wanted to know, what can you tell me? Sometimes, you know, not all family has their best interests or like anything. I wanted to know if there's anything you can tell me where if I'm wrong, or if like what moves should, like what should I do, you know, because they mean everything to me, but at the same time I try to see the good in people, so I don't know if that's hurting me. So I don't know if I should.
It's not hurting you. They're trying to protect you through things that are almost controlling. Okay. And so you're feeling like they're triggering you. So you ask yourself, what inside of me do I need to adjust? And what can I learn from this experience? Remember, we can't change other people, but we can change how we interpret what's happening and how we feel in the experience as it's happening to us, okay? And what power we give them. You know, they are trying to minimize your, problems. They're trying to minimize your mistakes that come up. They're trying to keep you in what they say is a safe lane, and also render some control in how you have to raise your son and what you're supposed to do. And you know, and But they like that. Both your sister and your mother are strong-willed people, so they kind of like hovering and cowering over you and saying, this is how it needs to be. And you're like, but wait a minute, I'm just trying to figure it out. They're just very strong people, all right? There's nothing malicious in what they're doing. I understand that. There's nothing malicious in what they're doing. And at this moment, it's not time to break free. So for now, I'm going to tell you that unless it truly violates the core of your being, I don't mean just annoys you or makes you just want to scream. I mean, violates the core of your being and is detrimental to your son, then you're just going to kind of let it flow over you and not take it so personally, because you know you have a plan of what you're going to do when you get out of this little funk. So focus on the vision of what you want to do. All right, my dear?
All right. Thank you so much, Sarah.
You're welcome.
I always appreciate you.
You're welcome, and sorry about the booties. I'm sure God will make it up to you.
Thank you.
All right.
I will definitely be booking with
I look
you.
forward to that. All right. Bye for now.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we are going to go to New Jersey. We got Angela. She's hanging out in New Jersey. I just can't wait to hear what's going on in New Jersey. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
And we are back here live on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. We're answering your questions all across the nation at 888-565-1470. We have some events coming up, but before I flash to them, I got some word back here on the Facebook feed and conversations going on here. And so we were talking to Denise Kennedy, and we were talking to her in our Facebook feed, and we answered her question. And I was like, I don't know, they're showing me a heart. Like there's something from your father connected to a heart. I'm sure you're in his heart, but it's really something physical. And so we're hearing back in the Facebook feed here that there's a heart-shaped picture with him and Mom, all right, that she has. And so there's a story going on with that. So there is a connection to that. So we want to thank everyone who had chimed in the family. I think her sister was in on that story there. And also there's a rock from grieving therapy as well. But the heart was the heart-shaped picture. So thank you for that confirmation. Sometimes when we talk to people on Facebook, we don't always get to catch the feedback. So thank you to everyone for their quick action and capturing that information for us. So let me tell you, drumroll please, what's coming up. We have this weekend. It's a love weekend. I got love in my heart for all of you, and I hope you visit me at the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in West Palm Beach. You like crystals, you like jewelry, you like bracelets, you like herbs, you like fairies, you have beautiful incense, and we've got Buddhas, and we've got tarot cards and oracle decks and books, and, well, so much more. I sure hope you visit us because we have a love sale. It's the Spiritual Love Shack that's offering you a love sale for 15% off on all your goodies, everything except for candles and sessions. So we sure hope you pop into the Expedito Enlightenment Center this Friday, this Saturday, all day. We are just ringing you up and giving it away, babies. So we sure hope you join us at the Expedito Enlightenment Center this Friday and Saturday. We're giving it out in love. And then next week, we've got a class coming up. I've got my Guardian Angel class coming up. That is on 2/2/22. We are in the 2 energy, and we're going to teach you how to talk and walk and connect with your guardian angel. I got a feeling there's an angel on your shoulder, and we're going to bring that angel right to you. We're going to show you how to make that constant conversation and get the guidance from your angel wherever you go. And then as we move you through to the following week, oh my goodness, we are so busy teaching and sharing with all of you. By the way, our angel class is only $12. It is on 2/22, and it's only $12. And then we're going to go to our next class in the following week, and that is Develop Your Intuition. You have a feeling? I got a feeling. Well, I got a feeling that you got a good gut feeling, and we're going to teach you how to develop that gut feeling and tune in and tap into your intuition. It may save you a little trouble. And so that is on 2/28/2022. That class is only $13. Be sure to register at sarahspiritual.com because I got a feeling that you're feeling that you got a good gut feeling, and your gut's never wrong. So take our intuition class and let's firm that up for you, and we're going to develop that intuition. And then moving forward in the week, we have our wonderful astrology class with our friend Stacy Holler. You want to know how to read a chart, know what's going on in your chart, what the different houses are, and how to interpret what's going on, just a beginning intro so you get a sense of what's going on in the stars for you? Well, nobody than our Destiny in the Stars queen, Stacy Holler, to show you on your own personal chart, which she will get you, and she'll run your chart and bring it to and send it to you so that during the class we can share all that information. And that is on March 4th. Can you believe? I got a feeling these months are marching on. And that class is $25. You'll have your birth chart, and so be sure to register for that. We'll be posting up the link, but if you're on our mailing list, you got the first shot at registering for the intro to astrology. So go to your mailing for tonight's radio show and be sure to sign up for that. And let's see, who else do we have here? We've got coming up, got to be another class coming, I just know, but I don't think we did all the postings for that. I have a candle class coming up, and next week, as I drop a few things, next week, the last Wednesday of the month. Is that the last Wednesday? No, it's the 23rd. So next week is the 23rd. And Wednesday the 23rd, it is. You don't have anything because I didn't tell you. I didn't tell anybody that my friend from LA, Mr. Rob Mack, is going to be joining us. Rob Mack is going to call into the show, and we're going to be talking to Rob Mack next Wednesday. And he is the author of being happy. So we're going to talk to him, and he's a happy coach, but he's been here in the studio with us. He's been with us before. We're so happy to welcome Rob Mack back. Mack is back in town, honey. We got Rob Mack on, and he's going to be joining us next Wednesday night. And I've got a topic for he and I to discuss, so you don't want to miss that because you're going to learn a lot from Rob Mack. And so join us next Wednesday night when he calls in. And then the following week, we've got a candle class that nobody has a graphic for, but we've got a lot coming up. I sure hope you're following us on Facebook, on YouTube, following us on Instagram. Amen to Helena. She's doing a lot of great posts of graphics for us. So we want to thank her for all her great graphic work. And I got a feeling I got to go to New Jersey because Angela, she's like, Angie baby is feeling a little chilly over there in New Jersey. Angie, how you doing? We have Angela on the line? Or Dan fell asleep in there. Got Angela? Angela. Oh, no. Where is she?
Hello?
Angela.
Hello?
There you are. You had me on mute. I know you did. You there?
No, I didn't.
Angela, how is the weather in New Jersey?
Oh, it's cold.
I know,
It's
baby.
freezing.
It's cold outside. Yes, indeed. So we left you hanging there for a while, Angela. Thank you for holding. Really powerful energy around you. I want you to think, how can I dive into my soul and figure out the meaning for me and what's my purpose, what's my mission, what makes me happy to breathe and be alive on this earth, and how can I expand things in my life and grow financially and emotionally and spiritually. These are all the things that are going to be popping up for you in 2022. So it's not going to be a boring year. Lord knows the past few months, past few years have been a little boring, but this year's not going to be boring for you. Angela, what is your question?
Okay, so I've been going through some issues with a significant other.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a constant on and off,
Mm-hmm.
as we spoke before.
Yes.
So I'm just want to know, like, what do you see? Like, you know, what are the spirits saying for me right now?
Well, can I have that birthday for them, please? Just the month and the day, please?
2/11.
Okay. So here we have quite a bit that they went through last year into this year. I feel like they almost like kind of went through a metamorphosis and almost turned into a different person in the relationship. Is that true?
Yes.
Very disconnected, distant, shut down, almost a little cold, and almost vindictive moments kind of flowing through them, right? This is a very difficult, distant time. This relationship is, according to my guides, phasing out. It's more out than it is in. Does this make sense to you? And I'm not saying that to hurt you, upset you. This is how they show it.
No.
Okay? It's phasing out. There's a coldness, a self-centeredness with this individual at this time. They're not really concerned about what's going on with you. They're not there to meet your needs or hold your hand, so to speak. They're really just feeling very disconnected. But I see here, when I look at this energy, that there's something from the past that has sent them reeling, like spinning like a top. Are you aware of something from the past that popped up for them that kind of threw them off their game, like they thought they were moving forward in their life and something pulled them back? Are you aware of this?
No.
Okay. So if I take you back to their 2014 time, who were they with?
Oh, yeah. They was with,
okay.
Yeah.
And is there still a connection to that relationship in some way, something that ties them still together? Obligatory, something that you know of?
Not that I know of.
Okay. I feel like something connected to the past, kind of around that timeline in their life, has kind of sent them off mentally, just kind of really messed with their mind. And now and has nothing to do with you or connection of relationship with you. It's just something they're going through within themselves, and they're not really prepared to make any clear choices. So what you're seeing is inconsistency from them. Sometimes they show up, and then sometimes it's like they're invisible or you're invisible. This makes sense, yes?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So you can only do this for so long. You are stepping into your soul. What is the meaning of your life? What is the breath of your life? You're getting ready to expand yourself in career, finances. You're getting ready to expand yourself in your energy of your emotions and conscious connection, okay? And as you go through this expansive shift, by the time your birthday comes, and if things aren't better, it's not flowing. And we've invested enough time in this for us to have spent this much time. The relationship in the span of time, we've had almost as much off energy and bad energy as we have had good. That's not a good sign. That's not a recipe for success.
Right.
So as we look at it, my guides are like, ruh-roh, she's in trouble. You have to take a look at what is it you want in primary partnership and how can you create a better life for yourself. Okay?
Right.
And so at this point, you hold still for now. And in the next 60 to 90 days, you're sitting there saying, what does Angela want? What makes me happy? And it's not about him anymore because we can't change how he behaves. And if he doesn't, he knows what you need and want. You've spoken. We have had these disagreements, arguments. Mm-hmm. If it's not being met, then we're going to have to step back. Okay?
Right. Okay.
Okay. But on the brighter note, as we expand and we grow, we see new horizons filled with fulfillment, love, and energy. And there's no better time to put yourself on the path of what you want. And if something's lukewarm, we got to go.
Right. Absolutely.
All right, Angela. Sit with this for a while. God bless you. And who do you want to say you love? Who do you want to say I love you to?
Everyone. I love everyone.
Thank you. Except for your current boyfriend. We're not too happy with him right now, but that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, Angela. Thank you so much. Bye for now. God bless you. Bye.
Bye-bye. God bless.
It's always a difficult time when we're trying to be present in a relationship and it's just not moving forward and working the way we want. And so at this moment in time, we have to really look inside our heart and say, what is it we want? What is the vision that we have? And how can we get ourselves that much closer to it? We're going to go to the phone lines now, and I have to go to Georgia. My friends in Georgia. I remember all my friends in Georgia from when we were broadcasting live in Atlanta, Georgia. And I got Lydia on the line. Lydia, it's been a while. How are you tonight?
I'm very good. Hopefully. Thank you.
You're doing well, Lydia. And Lydia, before we continue, who do you want to say I love you to?
Everyone. Everyone deserves to be loved, and I love everyone.
You love everyone. Well, thank you for that, Lydia. And we are so grateful to have you on the show. And I know you've been following us for a while, and we appreciate that. And Lydia, what is your question for us tonight?
I want to know when I have nightmares, things happen, and I want to know why.
When you have nightmares, you see things, and then after you dream it, it happens in the physical. Is that what you're referring to, Lydia?
Something like that, yes.
Yeah, okay. It's almost like you have a premonition when you're sleeping, and then when you're having a lot of nightmares, then some bad things start to happen around you to people you know and things. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, okay. It's almost like that because first time when I had a dream, one of my sons is in the Army, and when I had that nightmare, he called me, and I saw the time, and then I reacted, and I said, but no, he put a sad song. So then I called him, and then when he answered, he said, Mom, I didn't call. And I said, yes, you did. He said, no. So we left it like that, and then I reacted when I had the nightmare. And then when later during the day, my other son said that he called me. He said, Mom, I had an accident, but I'm okay. I'm okay. It wasn't bad.
Okay.
See, if I don't react at the time when I have a nightmare and call someone, something bad happens afterwards.
Well, it has nothing to do with you calling. You can warn people, but some things are going to happen no matter what, right? So what your guides and your angels are doing in the form of a nightmare to get your attention is they're showing you something's going to happen. They connect it to a sun. In your vision, you may see one sun over the other, right? You may think it's going to happen to a friend, and it's not your friend. It ends up being your neighbor. But they're showing you something is going to happen, right? So sometimes I'll get a dream, and they'll show me something, and it may not be as literal exact as what you see, but then somewhere in my immediate circle, I'm going to have something happen similar to that. That I'm like, oh, that's who that dream was for. Or that's what that meant. And as you allow the universe and your guides to kind of show you and teach you this premonition in the dream state, you'll be able to get it a little more fine-tuned. And then, yes, you can, say to someone, hey, listen, I had a bad dream, and I want you to be careful. Like, I had a dream of someone who was driving, and I said, you're going to be driving, and something's not right with the tire. Not necessarily the actual tire, but the wheel that the tire is on. Something with the axle, the rim, something's not right. And so they were making this really long haul from Florida all the way up to probably somewhere close to Maine. I think they were picking up. They were going to some airport place. And as they were making this drive, he said to someone, he said, we're going to have to pull over because I need to get this checked. And, of course, his boss was like, no, you're crazy. And he's like, no. And sure enough, the guy said to him as they looked at it, and they had to stop, and they lost a day in the travel. But the guy said, had you been driving, this would have been a horrible accident, you see. So I knew to place it with that person because I had that feeling, all right? So you're learning to place that. So you are getting these dreams because they're a premonition. They're meant to help you, not scare you, and to give you the heads up that something's coming. And, the universe likes to prepare us. Even if something bad is happening around us, they want us to know that they are supporting us through a difficult moment in time. And thankfully, your son was all right in the accident. So it's just a connection to the other side, okay? They're helping you. And try not to be afraid. And, just say, call a few people. Say, all right, listen, I had this crazy dream. I need you to be aware. I'm not really sure if it's directed at you, but I just want to tell you so it's in the back of your mind. So if anything feels like this, you can use more caution, or you could be more aware in a circumstance, or when you're out, you could be a little more aware of your surroundings. And that's how you prepare people. Just like I very nicely told my friend, you need to be careful on this trip. Okay?
Yes,
I hope that this has been of help to you, Lydia.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You have a blessed day.
You
Thank
too. Thank you for calling and following the show. Bye for now.
Bye. Bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to go back to our phone lines. From Georgia, I've got to go to Connecticut. I've got Ava on the line. Ava, how are you tonight?
Oh, fine. Thank you. Sarah, how are you?
I'm doing well, Ava. And first of all, who would you like to say I love you to?
Oh, my Father in heaven.
Well, that's beautiful. I'm sure that he appreciates that. And what's your dad's name?
Raymond.
Well, Raymond, we send you much love from Connecticut and South Florida, so we're very glad to send that love to your dad. Ava, what's your question for us tonight?
Yeah, thank you, Sarah. Thank you for sharing your gifts with all of your
my
listeners.
Pleasure. My
That's
pleasure.
really special that you do that. Yeah, I'm just looking actually for some direction from my Father in heaven, Raymond.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering if there was anything that he wanted to tell me, or some way that he wanted to direct me for future in my life. Anything?
Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we have going on here. So, as I look in the energy, this is actually a year that your father was someone who really wanted to make sure that things were secure or financially sound, or that was important to your dad, please, because it seems like he wants things to be a certain way for his family. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, it does. Yeah.
And so he's talking to me about your finances and how you need to kind of firm things up and get things a little more secure for yourself, for your future. This makes sense to you, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And were you thinking of making some movement towards a new position, a new role, some kind of work or something that can bring in some money for yourself at this time? Something to bring in a shift of finances?
I'm not sure of the direction of that. I didn't know. Do you see anything there?
Are we looking for work at this time, Ava?
Yeah, I am. Yes.
Okay. So this is the direction we need to move, all right? We need to bring in some revenue. We need to bring in some flow of money for ourselves. We need to kind of pad our futures, as I kind of like to see. Like your dad always wanted people to have a cushion, yes?
Yes.
All right. That's very important to him. And frugal? Dad was a little frugal about things? Well,
yes.
Okay. So, because he's kind of like pulling things in, like holding things to himself. And something about, is there a brother energy connected to you, connected to him? He's saying brother. Who's the brother connected to you?
Yeah, I have 3 brothers. I that's what I want to know, what I'm supposed to do as far as them, like help them, or does he say anything?
One of the brothers seems a little bit more lost than the others. Is this true, please? Because he's saying the brother. So one brother's a little more not settled or lost in his journey at this moment?
Yeah, I have to figure out which one that might be.
Okay. Who's the M in the family, please?
The M?
Yes.
Well, I have 3 brothers, Raymond, Stephen, and Andrew.
Okay.
So I don't know about the M, but...
Who's the M connected to Dad or somebody? There's someone with an M.
Okay. I have to think of who that might be.
Not a problem. Sometimes it doesn't come to us. We're almost out of time. You have to keep an eye on your brothers. There's one that needs a little more guidance than others, but they are grown men. They need to handle their life themselves. And something about paperwork. You had to do some paperwork for them, please, in the passing of your father, yes?
Yes. Okay.
Yep. So whatever you have to tie up, settle up, make sure it's done in the proper way. All right, Ava?
Yeah, perfect. Can you just tell me if you can see who my guardian angels might be?
I think you need to take our class, Ava.
Okay.
Next week, join our Guardian Angel class. We're out of time for this moment.
Okay,
but
you
I'm
so
glad
much.
we were able to connect to your dad and get a little bit of guidance there for you. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
888-565-1470. Call us next week, 6 to 8 p.m. So glad to be here with you. If you want to know about your guardian angel, join us on 222. Go to sarahspiritual.com. Learn more about our upcoming classes. And would you like your own session? Let's sit one-on-one, you and I, and answer all of your personal questions in a general reading. For now, for this moment, it's time for us to go. But before we go, let me say this. Thank you. God bless you. I appreciate you all. And I love you. Good night. I am Sarah Spiritual.
Oh, there's a light.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answers your most important questions as you navigate through life. Listen and call in next week and let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. with more from Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
The opinions expressed on the preceding